Hi crew, welcome to the video. If you're a woman, have a fantastic International Women's Day. If you're a man, have a fantastic day too. But if you're a woman, have an especially fantastic day. Today, I've done an A to Z of women who I admire most in music. So these are people who have inspired me. It could be different for you, and if it is, then please leave a comment in the comment section below. Just say who you would rather have in place of who. Um, but these are what I think. This is my list, so it really applies to me. I just want to share this with you. That was all. So don't forget that at the top of the post is actually the link for it is in the video description below. So all you need to do is to click on that, and then if you want to put your address in, you can do, and you'll be notified of all the YouTube videos and all of the blog posts in 2 emails a week. One email for the videos, one email for the blog posts, Tuesday and Thursday. So there we go. So the first one, A, was for Alison Moyet, All Cried Out. I think that's the video. B was Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is Place on Earth and Circling the Sun, and that kind of thing. You would know that if you haven't been around long enough to really know much of Belinda Carlisle's music, you'll know. I think one of her songs, what was it? Is it Heaven is Place on Earth? Something like that was done as a trance music song, but then most young people these days don't even know what trance music is. It's a great disappointment, but there we go. So C was no surprise. Cher did some really great songs as well, and I've put one here for you. It is If I Could Turn Back Time, and you would know that if you've been around in the 90s, because that's when she was probably at her most prolific in the 90s. D was the Dido, so that was really good, looking nice there. E was for Enya. Enya was really romantic, really relaxing, really chilled out. And if you wanted to relax to music, then Enya was a good bet. So F was for Fergie. I hadn't really heard much of Fergie's, but I thought she was quite good from what I heard of her. But she was really for F. So G was for Grace Jones. Grace Jones was more in the 70s. I didn't really know much of her music, but she was really the only one I could think of that was beginning with G. I didn't really like Gloria Estefan's music, so I thought, well, G was Grace Kelly. Why not? H is for Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana really rocks. I love her music. I love listening to Hannah Montana's music. It's fantastic. I is for Irene Cara. Flashdance. If you were around in the early 80s, you would know Irene Cara's music, and you would remember it with pride, I think, as well. So J was for Jennifer Rush. No surprise there. K was Kate Bush. Again, for both Jennifer Rush and Kate Bush, you would know them if you were around in the early 80s and mid 80s. You would know their music, but if not, check the post out. It's in the video description below, and you can play any of these songs. These are videos, music videos for the songs, and they're all in the post. So Lisa Stansfield was there. I have a good memory of Lisa Stansfield. My first ever girlfriend was a girl called Charlotte, and Lisa Stansfield helped Charlotte get a song into the charts back in about 1990, 1991. So that was something that I remember well, and that was, I had a lot of respect for Lisa Stansfield because she helped my friend to get into the charts. So that's fantastic. M was Marie Fredriksson. I can't do, M could have been Madonna, but Marie Fredriksson is the most amazing woman that I've ever heard singing. She's such a great musician. Roxette, I love them. Roxette are my favorite ever band, my favorite all-time rock band, the Roxette. So N is for Nina Cherry, very sexy. O is for Olivia Newton-John, the Australian, who's famous for Grease. P is for Paula Abdul. If you don't remember her, then you haven't really been around in the late 80s. In the late 80s, she did some really good songs. I love this video with the cartoon cat she was having a romantic time with. But there we go. So Q was this is the only one I found for Q was Queen Latifah, and she was one who wrote the Walk the Dinosaur, which I think was done by Was Not Was in the late 80s. So Queen Latifah was there, and then R is for Robin S. Course. Robin S. She really shaped house music during the early 90s. I remember her from my clubbing days because in the 90s we used to go clubbing all the time, and I remember Robin S.'s music being played in the clubs. So S is for Sunita, again very sexy, but I wouldn't have minded being her toy boy. T is for Tasmin Archer, of course. Tasmin Archer. Tasmin Archer did Sleeping Satellite. Sleeping Satellite was one of my favourite songs of the early 90s. I also know how to play it on guitar, so I've been playing guitar with it as well. But yeah, Tasmin Archer was amazing. I love that song. The actual song, Sleeping Satellite, reminds me of when I was on holiday in the early 1990s. We went up to the Lake District in England, which is probably the most mountainous part of England, but it's not very mountainous. But anyway, so I remember standing in the shower and singing "Sleeping Satellite," and in this barn conversion, because we stayed in the barn conversion, my family and I did. That was when we were all together and we were children. It was myself, my sister, and my brother, and mum and dad. Both mum and dad have passed on now, but my brother and sister are still around. My brother is completely blind now, but he's doing okay. So that was Tasmin Archer. U was for Alternate. I can't have anybody else for you. Alternate was one of my favourite artists of the early 90s. V was Vanessa Carlton, and she did 1,000 Miles. I remember that song. I remember the song. I didn't really know who she was when I first saw her name, though. But I remember the song because it was something that I had to remember. It's just something that I really enjoyed. So W was Whitney Houston. Couldn't have anybody else for W. It had to be Whitney Houston. I Want to Dance with Somebody, and what was the one with Kevin Costner in 1992? What was that one? I Will Always Love You. That's what? Yeah. And I will. So X was for Xenia. I found an X, Xenia, and this is I really enjoyed her music. Xenia was good actually. I really enjoyed her music. Xenia, yeah. She knows how to please a crowd. She makes some kind of techno kind of music, which is my kind of music anyway. So it's really good, and it was great to find somebody for X, and Xenia was well worth the X. So X, Y was Yaz and the Plastic Population, but Yaz was on her own for some time. But she did The Only Way Is Up. I don't know if you remember that. That's the video. That's this video. The Only Way Is Up. Yaz and Z was somebody I found called Zoe, which was quite good as well. I can't actually play any of these videos to you because that's against copyright. But there we go. So that's A to Z of my favourite women in music. So thank you for joining me today. I haven't got the posts. I could have put it there. I think I will put it there before you see this post, because this is actually Thursday. I'm making this video on Thursday, and it's not actually published until tomorrow. So I'm gonna put my post there before you see it, before you click onto it and get access to the post. So thank you for joining me. If you like the video, please like it. If you want to comment, if you have any, and if you want me to make, if you would have made any changes, if there's anything else you would have had in there, please leave that in comments because I want to know who your favorite artists are. And also, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified of every video as and when it is published right here on Chronican TV. So thank you so much for your time today, and I will talk to you again in the next video. Thank you.